record. You can push from there.
And here's the 93 kilo legend. Look, when you're looking at resumes in the 93 kilo class, it's going to be this man's that's going to take the #1 spot. The most decorated 205er we've ever seen. 292.5. Look at the smirk on his face.
Yeah, it's great to see him back after a year-long break. Two-time IPF world champion, played second at Sheffield in 2023 and in 2024. Talk about achievements.
You know how hard it is to podium at Sheffield, to do it back-to-back years.
And his PR squat is 305, opening on 292.5. Hopefully a healthy break.
Easy work there.
And a 2-to-1, a good lift.
And Jonathan's prep for this competition has been phenomenal. There's whispers. And up next, Jonathan Cayco. Jonathan looks like he's getting a little bit of life into his legs, taking the second attempt a little more seriously. 305.
Yeah, and there's a reason for that. Already looking to match his PR on his second attempt, and you know, by no means a new lifter, so to be doing this as such a weathered lifter already is absolutely incredible. That year out seems to have done him very well should this move like a second attempt.
Yeah, Jonathan had taken a step back after the previous Sheffield, not just the last one this year, but the one the year before. Allowed some old injuries to heal, and that step back let him get a bit of a running start. Let's see how this goes.
A little bit of a wobble, but still moving at a pretty decent speed for a second. And very good speed for a match PR. 2-to-1, a good lift.
It was work. I'm suspecting maybe the same number he always wanted. And Jonathan Cayco, 310 now. We thought 5 kilo jump would be prudent. It's a 5 kilo personal best. I've seen him hit heavier than this in prep. I think it should be there.
Yeah, the second was a little tough, but 5 kilos for a veteran like Jonathan is not a crazy ask. We've seen him push through some difficult squats before, looking for a PR in his third. And they're going to have to keep pushing their bests, all 3 of them, in order to end up on top today.
I love when somebody who's made a national team wears that singlet onto the platform and lets everybody know and reminds them. And by the way, when Jonathan did, he won gold. Whoa,
there we go.
Fight!
Like we said, if anyone can, someone as decorated as Jonathan can. 2-to-1, a good lift. And I think that was the right call, Ryan.
Absolutely, and Jonathan, like he says, let's fight. Loads up 310 and does.
I'm going to say that.
Jonathan Cayco up next, 232.5 kilos for his opening bench press.
Well, with a world record bench and a PR of 245.5, there's quite literally not a better bencher in the world in the 93s. Look at the amount of weight on that bar for the opening attempt.
His bench is also extremely consistent. You can make an argument he's the best bencher in the world today, especially with the consistency. It's a loyal weapon. Served him in many battles.
And you can see why.
232.5, and it moves like an opener should.
3 white lights.
That's light for a 105. He might also have body weight advantage, of course. 58 isn't a normal integer. We use, there he is, 58.5, thank you. Jonathan Cayco, 246.
Yeah, this is for a national record 246 and also an unofficial world record.
Cayco's prep has been phenomenal. Hit a PR squat. Wow, with ease too, Amelia.
Yeah, that is absolutely incredible. His own world record of 245.5 that he got in Sheffield.
If you're scouting, he's got a big one. Plenty of energy left over. No major grinds yet used. Could be an upset in the making. Jonathan Cayco, 252.
Already hit 246 on his second attempt for not just a national record, but an unofficial world record, beating his own by half a kilo. Looking to keep the chip and push up that subtotal another 6 kilos.
Jonathan is a monster bencher.
And starting to build a little bit of a gap between himself, Petrie, and Gavin.
Yeah, if he hits this with his opening dead, he'll be at 882 already. He is building a monster total right now.
You've got to think if that's the case. 900 doesn't seem a far cry. Wow.
Oh, whoa!
And that year off seemed to treat him well.
He had more. It's got to be said, he had more. What a jumps, cover some ground. And then by the thirds, we're going to see some shakeups.
Yeah, and actually, again, Brandon Jones not so far behind either.
Here's Jonathan Cayco, 320. Had an absolutely phenomenal bench session.
Yeah, and should all go well on deadlifts. He has got the largest gap between himself and the rest of the competitors of currently 12 kilos.
Smooth opening pull.
And a good lift, 3 white lights. Looking very relaxed today.
For a big third, Jonathan Cayco now. 340 stays on the bar for him, and this will give him a 902 total. That is a national record.
We can see there on the forecast, Gavin in with 931.5 if he gets his third, but that I believe will be a placeholder. Maybe not, but it would be a 40 kilo jump from his second. Seems a little large.
I've heard crazy things about Gavin's deadlift and ambitious ideas. Let's see how it unfolds, though.
20 kilo jump here for Cayco, leaving him with a 902 total. 1 kilo over Gavin's PR total. Whoa. And that was an easy 900 kilo total.
And just like that, Jonathan Cayco registers the odds to the lockout and just couldn't hang on to it, as Jonathan Cayco now will take a swing at 357.5. There's Big Body giving him 2 big hands to the back, and Cayco looks furious. Huge fight coming. From second to first, if he could hit this.
This will give him a 919.5 total, absolutely huge. And Petrie would have to pull something mammoth.
Unofficial world record if he hits this too, by the way.
Wow! Oh my goodness!
Jonathan Cayco reasserts himself in the 93 kilo class. Unofficial world record, currently in first place. Brandon yet to respond.